Hello from Mindpads. Today we will discuss commentaries in international economics. China implements new tax on cross-border e-commerce. The article examines the introduction of tax on cross-border e-commerce in China. Earlier, the tax was taken as a small collective tax, including the tariff and the import duty. The Chinese government has decided to levy the new tax system in line with the changing nature of the international trade across its borders. The cross-border e-commerce grew at 30%, while the traditional wholesale trade across the border decreased by 6%. Topics include protectionism, tariffs, and arguments for or against protectionism. Also discuss the inelastic nature of e-commerce imports and explain the impact of tax incorporating the tariffs diagram. Evaluation will cover the arguments for or against protectionism, increase in revenue for the Chinese government, and fair competition to the domestic producers, increase in prices for consumers, and welfare loss. Post-Brexit Britain would need to keep big migration high to prevent economic fallout. The article describes the likely impact of UK's exit from the Eurozone on the economies of both the parties involved. The topics include economic integration, monetary union, advantages and disadvantages of the economic integration. Explain using the diagrams the different stages of economic integration. Also mention the fact that UK has maintained its own currency and monetary policy while being a member of the Eurozone, and implication of earlier position on UK's exit. Evaluation will cover impacts on workers, consumers, producers, and government through changes in prices of goods and services, employment opportunities, allocative and productive efficiencies, tax revenues, and economic growth rates in UK and Eurozone in both short term and long term. UBS sees reduced depreciation pressure on yuan. The article reports the recent reduction in the depreciating pressure on the Chinese yuan compared to the US dollar. Improved market sentiment and stable economic indicators in China, coupled with the comparative weak dollar, has reduced the rate of depreciation of yuan. Topics include depreciation, managed float rate system, balance of payments and effects on depreciation on the international trade and economic growth of the country. Also discuss the causes and expected effects of currency depreciation in a recessionary economy using the exchange rate diagrams. Evaluation will cover reduced depreciating pressures on exports, improved terms of trade, investment, balance of payments in consumers, domestic producers, and government in short term as well as long term. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Do visit us at mindpads.org or write to us at mindpads.org@gmail.com.